recognition. Today marks the acknowledgement, a validation of our students' perseverance and hard work. Ladies and gentlemen, the processional. The entrance of colors. Attorney Alex B. Impumuseno, Dean, Bicol University College of Social Sciences and Philosophy. Our guest speaker and the President of the Bicol University, Dr. Arnulfo M. Mascarenhas. The entrance of colors. Singing the national anthem makes us adamant that we are citizens of a glorious country that provides us a sense of identity. The hymn depicts our heritage and brings us back in time. The hymn serves as a reminder that because we inherited the land, we are responsible for it. Let us sing the Lupang Hinirang with the director of the Bicol University Institute of Physical Education, Sports and Recreation, Professor Karina Sales, conducting. Please be seated. Veni, Vide, Vici, from the Emperor Julius Caesar. The words are said to have been used by Caesar as he was enjoying a triumph. I came, I saw, I conquered. And our dear awardees did conquer our academe with their noteworthy accomplishments. Let us now listen to the Dean of the Graduate School as he renders his welcome greetings and presents the guests, officials, faculty, and the candidates for graduation. A resounding applause for Dr. Herbert B. Rosana.
Friends, ladies and gentlemen, today I have the task of welcoming you in this recognition day. And this is a significant event for all of us because since the pandemic times, this is the first time that we had a face-to-face event. And eventually, hopefully, in the coming years, coming months to come, we will be on the normal level, and then we will be able to meet our classes and be together face to face. And I know that this is a very significant for all of you, especially not so much for the faculty, not so much for us, but for our students. I know that you are anxious, and I know that you have some mixed emotions about your graduation and your recognition. And all of us are here together to recognize the effort that has been done by you through the past years and all the things that has been done. Sabi nga nila, ang mga bagay na ito, there is a more important aspects of recognition, why we are excited about recognition. And I am reminded of our history, especially when you read the Greek literature, you'll find out that the Greek athletes, sometimes they will spend a lot of most of their time practicing and exercising. And at the end of the Olympian Games, what they receive is just a piece of laurel that they sewn together and placed in their heads. That's why magtatanong kayo, what is there in that laurel that everyone is trying to beat each other? Na wala naman siyang value because laurel is just a plant, it's just a leaf that is sewn together. But there is a symbolism to that laurel, which the Greek value so much. So kumbaga, it is a kind of value that cannot be exchanged with money or with any material gain. But the very fact of engaging itself in an effort and achieving something symbolized by that piece of leaves sewn together, then it becomes very important for them. It raises up their spirits and it makes them more human and more productive as human beings. And I think that is what you have today with your awards sa mga researches natin. Sabi nga dyan, what makes the graduate school better? But it is the research output that we had. That's why I would like to share this anecdote that I had with one of our class that I have attended before. I was asking our professor, sabi ko, how do we measure, how do we gauge the quality of a graduate education? How can we contribute to national development? Sabi ng professor ko ito, sabi niya, graduate school is, the achievement of the graduate school can be gauged by the output of their thesis and dissertations. So if you have this thesis and dissertation published and made public and contributing to the value of knowledge, I think that is the achievement of the graduate school. That's why you notice in our celebration today, I have emphasized simplicity. I said all the celebrations should be simple and solemn because that is more meaningful than having all this fanfare, mga balloons and whatever kind of thing. Actually, it does not really befit what should be celebrated because in simplicity there is always dignity, and diyan natin na nakikita na value yung mga immaterial things that will make us better human persons. So in behalf of the graduate school, I would like to open this recognition day, and first of all, I would like to recognize our guest speakers, in General Pax Munoz, and he is also an alumnus of Bicol University. I think he graduated 2009 or 2010, I don't remember, with a PhD in Peace and Security Administration. And he is not, he's not a stranger because he's from Kamalig and he's from Bicol, but most of his time, his career was spent in different places. And I would like also to recognize our president, Dr. Noli Mascareñas, and I know that these events are very special for him because he He is from the graduate school, and this will be his last term as president of the university. And also, I would like to welcome the different deans and directors who took their effort to come. So siguro, ano ba, baka makalimutan na naman ako. So they always, sa protocol kasi, once you make pronouncement, you should make sure that everyone is really mentioned. Because if you fail to mention one, then there will be repercussions for that neglect. Pero to be safe, I will just say, welcome to all the deans and directors who are here, who took their effort to come. And surely you come, and it is appreciated by our students. And to our faculty members, program advisors who are here, I would like to welcome you all. And to the 103 graduates of the doctoral and master's degree who come here, thank you so much for coming. And we are really sorry that we were not able to accommodate your companions because binigyan ko lang sa biro, sabi nga ng ating most outstanding student, hindi mo nga sir pwede magdala ng kahit isa lang. Sabi ko, matanda ka na, kaya mo nang mag-isa, you can go on your own. So it was just a joke, just to, but our purpose is because of, for health reasons, we have to limit our interactions because this is a closed event, so therefore, we just So I would like to welcome each and every one of you, and I finally declare this recognition day open, and let us savor the moment. Yung mga walang award, may award din kayo. Kasi sabi nga, the last shall be the first, and the first shall be the last. Di ba, Madam Lopez? It's true. The first shall be the last, and the last shall be the first in the kingdom of God. But we are here. So therefore, unahin muna natin sila, and let us appreciate all the things that they have done, and let us appreciate each other and celebrate our humanity. So thank you very much, my friends. Welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Herbert B. Rosana, Dean of the Bicol University Graduate School. A highlight of today's recognition program is the inspirational message by our guest speaker. To present him is also an inspiration. A Doctor of Philosophy, the Program Advisor of the Doctor of Philosophy in Peace and Security Administration, and a legal practitioner. Biuenios Salvo for the Dean of Bicol University College of Social Sciences and Philosophy, Attorney Alex B. Tipomosen.
Thank you very much, Professor Julius. Highly esteemed visionary and enabling president of Bicol University, Dr. Arnulfo M. Mascareñas. Do we have here members of the Board of Regents present? So I just mentioned the honorable members of the Board of Regents in attendance to the live stream of Bicol University. Respected Dean of the Graduate School, Dr. Herbert B. Rosana, with his partner in administration, Dr. Samuel C. Bobiles of the Graduate School, our Graduate School Secretary, beloved Deans and Directors, other officials of the University, program advisors, graduate faculty, committee members, non-teaching, and support staff. The men and women of the hour, namely, the student honorees and awardees, candidates for graduation, proud parents, spouses and family, also watching the live stream, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Isang maalam na pagbati at auspusong pag-alam sa inyong lahat. The raison d'etre of a higher education institution, like our dearly loved Bicol University, is to develop and produce graduates with distinctive badges of excellence, noticeable even in a ceteris paribus milieu, hence acclaimed to be primus inter pares, or first among equals. Consequently, the graduates or alumni are charged of indefatigable commitment and unqualified responsibility to selflessly and professionally exemplify with utmost joy the ideas, core values, and competencies honed in them by their alma mater, worthy of emulation as living testimonies and as paragon not only of excellence but of greatness. These three noble goals stand as indelible covenant between Beacon University and its alumni. Thus, with overwhelming confidence, I declare that this is fulfilled and epitomized by our distinguished guest speaker in this year's Beacon University Graduate School Recognition Ceremonies with the theme, Future-Proofing the University with Greater Resiliency. Our guest speaker is a very own fellow Bicolano, a native of the Maliit Albay, born to a family of unshakable Catholic faith, blessed with caring parents. Mr. Pascual N. Munoz Sr. and Mrs. Minda G. Munoz, a loving husband to his wife, Marites, Narce Munoz, and a doting father to his two children, namely John Ritchie and Joy Ramsey. His educational pursuit commenced at Cavite North Central School, where he finished primary education in 1979 with academic honors. He started his secondary education in Beacon University High School, then transferred to St. John's Academy, where he graduated in 1983 as honor graduate, receiving first Special Mention Academic Award, Jerry Rojas Leadership Award, and as Cadet Officer of the Year. He took a pre-engineering course in Beacon University, but eventually transferred to the Philippine Military Academy, PMA for brevity, and graduated as member of Class 19. His academic journey continued in 1996 at the University of the Assumption, where he earned the degree Master of Business Administration in 1999, and likewise completed academic requirements for Master of Public Administration, or MEA. His academic journey culminated in 2009, where he finished Doctor of Philosophy in Peace and Security Administration in Beacon University and awarded as Best Dissertation Presenter. With regard to professional eligibility, he took and passed the following examinations: Career Service Professional Examination, National Police Commission Examinations for Police Officer, for Chief Inspector, and for Police Superintendent. He as well took and passed the Career Executive Service eligibility. His remarkable stint in public service was guided by a self-coined motto and objective: to serve with transparency and utmost dedication with the end view of contributing to the attainment of the mission and vision of the organization. Indeed, it will guide his entire service as honorable and dignified police officer, which propelled him to a greater height of achievements. From humble beginning as a student officer to junior officer, from aide-de-camp and chief of various sections, units, and operations, to regional chief, deputy director, then to regional director, and finally, director. Specifically, he rendered snappy and outstanding performance in the following capacities: as Chief of Police in Calamba, Police Station and Lucena City Police Station in 2009 and 2010, respectively. Regional Chief of Regional Controllership Division of Provincial Regional Office 4B Mimaropa in 2012. Provincial Director, Laguna Police Regional Office in 2012 to 2014. Division Chief of Logistics Resource Management Division, Directorate for Logistics in 2015 to 2016, and as Division Chief of Supply Management Division, Directorate for Logistics in 2016 to 2018. Unraveled by COVID-19 pandemic, his performance gained notice as Director of Logistics Support Service in 2020. Then as Regional Director of Police Regional Office 4B Mimaropa, followed by dashing performance as Deputy Director of the Directorate for Logistics, and finally, as Director of Crime Laboratory and Forensic Group, till his retirement on December 3, 2021. Our guest speaker's distinctive excellent performance in those positions and capacities were offshoots of mixed application of expertise, competencies, skills, and values earned during a series of attendance and participation to numerous trainings, seminars, and schooling, like the strategic planning session of the Philippine Military Academy, PNP compliance to Data Privacy Act, Directorate for Logistics Strategy Refresh, John Maxwell Leadership Breakthroughs Program, and the 25th session of the Pacific Training Initiatives, just to name a few. With his unfaltering public service, unshakable patriotism, and uncompromising nationalism in the full discharge of his duties and responsibilities in all those needed positions and capacities, our guest speaker have received the following awards and recognitions, among others. 4 na medalya ng katangitanging gawa, 4 na medalya ng pambihirang paglilingkod, 114 medalya ng kasanayan, 42 medalya ng papuri at 15 medalya ng kagalingan, at madami pang iba na mga plaque at tsapa. His theme of honor and pride continuously radiates and resonates inspiration and influence, even if he is already retired from service, as his name reverberates associated with those distinguished awards he received, namely CSC, Dangal ng Bayan Regional Award, one of the 50 alumni awards given during the 50th founding anniversary of Bicol University, the Flame Trophy, gold medal, and 1 million prize for being selected as one of the 10 outstanding Filipinos, Plaque of Merit for being selected as one of the 2018 10 Outstanding Filipinos Award for Police, Outstanding Achievement Award by Philippine Military Academy Alumni Association Incorporated, Best Senior Police Commission Officer in calendar year 2011, Best Controllership Division Award for 2010, Plaque of Recognition as Operations Officer of Task Force Magayon for the success of the 1994 Miss Universe Beauty Pageant, and many other awards. Moreover, to our guest speaker, all work, no play, makes Jack a dull boy. Hence, you would not miss the fun of time off from work by enjoying these special skills and sports such as parachuting, motorcycle riding, practical shooting, and playing lawn tennis, golf, badminton, basketball, billiards, table tennis, biking, and track and field. That includes running and jumping. With the foregoing recital of credentials and accolades, I feel privileged to join everyone to cordially welcome our guest speaker in this year's Graduate School Recognition Program, a real gem alumnus of Bicol University. Ladies and gentlemen, retired Police Brigadier General Pascual G. Munoz Jr., Doctor of Philosophy in Peace and Security Administration. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please be seated. Thank you very much, Dr. Alex Pomseno, for that very kind introduction. I don't know how I can repay you for that very kind introduction. Should I extend my inspirational message from 7 minutes to 1 hour? Anyway, Mr. President, allow me to remove my face mask. Thank you very much. To Dr. Arnolfo Mascarillas, SU President, Dr. Herbert Rosana, the Dean of the Graduate School, of course, Attorney Alex Pomseno, the Dean of the College of Social Science and Philosophy, Dr. Amelia Rosan, the Vice President for Academic Affairs, Attorney Joseph Bartolata, the Vice President for Administration and Finance, Dr. Luis Amano, the Vice President for Research and Development, Mr. Roldan Caviles, most outstanding doctoral graduate, minensyon na kita, yung nakita. Kasi natutuwa ako. And most outstanding master's graduate, Dr. Mr. Blake Edmond Guzman. Dr. Samuel Ubiles, the Secretary of the BU Graduate School. To all Bicol University administrators, academic deans and directors, to all chief teaching and non-teaching personnel, and to our graduate students. Maganda at mapagpalang umaga sa ating lahat. I would like to pose you a question. What is the importance of moving forward? For some, it is the comfort of a car driving on the road. For some, it is the process of recovering from heartbreak. And yet, for some, it is advancement of their craft. The motion from a theoretical point A to B. For the industrial aspect of civilization, it has always been a need to survive that spurred on this forward momentum. The first, second, and third industrial revolutions are evidence enough that humanity tends to move forward and develop not just in an industrial sense, but also in governance, sciences, and philosophy. People have learned better ways, not just to survive, but to live and seek to be better. This forward momentum is so strong in the fact that the far future that our forebears 50 years ago have only been glimpsing through a telescope seems to be right here at our doorstep. The aviation sector, for example, is starting to look into decarbonizing with electric aviation. The technology and machine learning that enables conversational artificial intelligence has also made stunning leaps in their development in the last 10 years. Just to cite an example, little by little, the earth is starting to look less and less like a planet and more like a wheel, constantly moving towards tomorrow with humanity as the drivers. We must find ways to adapt to the changing times in a world that is moving faster and faster towards the future. For the future does not only bring with it opportunities for advancement, but also marching dangers and challenges. It is in our interest that we look to the future and anticipate these three tribulations, and so we must future-proof our sectors. Bicol University and the academic sector must adapt to survive the rigors of a world that is ever changing. Now that we have once again started to emerge from our homes after a 2-year-long interlude, the question remains, how do we make ourselves resilient to the demands of the future? How do we future-proof Bicol University? As the world reels from the pandemic and adjusts to this new, strange life, we now come up with ways to navigate the digital divide within which our academic needs took shelter as we weather the storm for the past 2 years. Bicol University has and must continue to show its resolve to maintain its academic standards, but at the same time show its support for both students and faculty and all other personnel as the academic sector adjusts to new models of learning, governance, and administration amidst the pandemic. There are a lot more ways on how the university can future-proof and ensure its resiliency amidst this pandemic. Enhancing the quality of flexible learning systems adaptable through post-pandemic era that will ensure academic standards are met is one. Gaining support from the new political administration, both the national and the local, could be a big factor on facilities and systems development and maintenance. Enhancing communication and support within and outside the university, among students, faculty, administration, and alumni is another. Everyone should be engaged and mobilized towards the same purpose. Bicol University, of course, must likewise sustain its relevance vis-a-vis the 4 pillars of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. The core values expected among the BU venues. Scholarship. This pillar requires the presence of the best and competent educators and the availability of sufficient facilities and systems to ensure that the students acquire the right knowledge they can utilize in the generation, application of, and contribution to their development and others. Leadership and service entails role modeling for the educators and the alumni. Graduates should have developed the power or ability to influence people to get things done. The UNUs should be able to demonstrate effective and inspiring servant leadership in accomplishing tasks in the real world by inspired, strong support, and unparalleled cooperation from the people they work with. On the service pillar, graduates must be able to inculcate the value of giving or develop the ability to contribute for the welfare of others. the development of other people, organizations, and the society. He must be committed to improve the life of the people he serves. Thus, and now, future-proofing the last pillar, character. It requires continuous spiritual formation. Spiritual formation for all the activities of the students, the faculty, and the staff. This core value is the force within each individual that distinguishes him or her from others. It is the firmness to act on all things right, no matter what the obstacles and the challenges they are facing. Aside from moral uprightness, PUeños are expected to have a heart for others and a will to be at their best at all times. Byron Pulitzer, a retired criminologist, project manager, and strategic planner, motivational speaker, and motivational seminar leader once said, and I quote, "Character is not something you buy. It is not a commodity that can be bartered for. It is not a quality suited only for the rich and the famous. Rather, character is built upon the foundational commitment of love, honesty, and compassion for others. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the commitment we desire to attain from our alumni. It is comforting to know that the challenges of recent years have not toppled Bicol University's 4 pillars: scholarship, leadership, service, and character continue to live on in the Bicol University as a whole, as seen in students, faculty, personnel, and administrators. It will not surprise us to realize that it is only through the unity of these 4 pillars that we will inure Bicol University to the violent deep tides of the future. A unity that I see right now in the graduate students before me. Let your community be a testament to your humanity. The world will need you and your generation in the decades to come. May your hearts be brave, your eyes skyward, and your minds ready for the future. Let your unwavering dedication to serving humanity lead you to greater heights. At this juncture, let me congratulate each and every one of you, the graduates and awardees, for the recognition for your excellent performance. This could be a realization that you have performed the way Bicol University expected you as graduate school students, and that this will be the start of expectations for you to contribute to the university as its alumni, carrying you to the 4 core values you have gained and maintained while in the hallowed grounds of Bicol University. Congratulations also to the faculty, staff, and administration for sharing with the graduates their skills and knowledge as they aim to become role models in their own right. Again, congratulations to everyone. God bless us all.
Thank you to Police Brigadier General and Dr. Pascual G. Munoz for gracing our recognition program. Your words are lessons and our hearts are full. Indeed, character is built upon the foundational commitment of love, honesty, and compassion for others. At this juncture, we'd like to request the President of the Bicol University to award the certificate and token for our guest speaker. May we also request the presence of Dr. Jennifer T. Barrameda, Human Resource Management and Development of the Human Resource Management Development Office, our Supervising Administrative Officer, to join the President. Also, we would like to request the Dean of the Office of Student Affairs and Services, Dr. Baby Boy Benjamin D. Perez III. We would also like to call on stage the Dean of the Graduate School, Dr. Herbert B. Rosana, and of course the Dean of PUCSSP, Attorney Alex B. Dipomoceno. Let me read the plaque of appreciation. Plaque of appreciation is given to Police Brigadier General Pascual G. Munoz in grateful recognition of his invaluable service as guest speaker during the 2022 Bicol University Graduate School Recognition Program with the theme Future-Proofing the University for Greater Resiliency, held on July 8, 2022 at the Pepperland Hotel, given this 8th day of July 2022 at the Pepperland Hotel, signed Dr. Herbert B. Rosana, Dean, BU Graduate School, and Dr. Arnulfo M. Mascareñas, SUC President, Bicol University. A round of applause, please. Joseph Mamados, Dr. Pascual G. Munoz. It is with my humble heart to introduce a great leader of Bicol University, a University of the Philippines alumna, but a true Bicol University front runner. Dear BUenos, let us now listen to the message and challenge by our very own, the 8th President of the Bicol University, Dr. Arnulfo M. Mascareñas.
Thank you very much, JC. You may be wondering why I'm wearing a different color from my barong. I don't know if it's social Bibian, but I have no other choice. I just came from a rehearsal with the BU College of Medicine for the reporting ceremony this morning, and my Barong Tagalog got dripped with my perspiration. So I have to change my Barong Tagalog, and I have to wear this. But anyway, I stand out in this crowd. So, thank you very much, Herbert, for inviting me in this recognition ceremony. You're right, the graduate school is really very important to me because I once served graduate school in the university, and actually I was supposed to be part of the BUCN Foundation University, but I chose to come here kasi malipot-tipid. Magpalipot sa Pepperland. So thank you, Herbert, for giving me the solace and enjoy the comfort of the venue. To our keynote speaker, General Pascual Munoz, to the Dean of the Graduate School, Dr. Herbert Rosana, and of course, to his very reliable partner, the Graduate School, Sam Bobiles, Dr. Sam Bobiles, to our beloved faculty members, the Graduate School, to the officials of the university, I will not mention anymore one by one name, to our dear graduates and honorees for today's occasion, to our non-teaching personnel and staff, magandang aga sa inyong lubos. Embarking on graduate education is perhaps one of the toughest yet most rewarding journey you will ever take as a scholar and as a professional. Thus, when you decided to pursue your graduate studies, your motive, your intention should have been crystal clear from the start. But I'm not here to question your motives. I don't care why you're here. I don't care if you're pursuing your graduate education because of promotion, or maybe you're looking for your better half in a graduate school, but I don't care. That is between you and yourself. But let me remind you of what it means to be a graduate student. While I was young browsing through the various local and international websites of universities offering graduate programs, three key qualities of graduate education were cited. The first is that graduate education has higher grading standards in the classroom than in any level of education. In Bicol University, we set it at 2.0, right? But it doesn't mean to say that faculty members of the graduate school cannot give you a grade below 2.0 because the passing grade in Bicol University stands at 3.0. So in other words, my dear students and my dear graduates, I should say, you have to strive hard for you to be able to get the grade of 2.0 and not forcing the graduate faculty to give you a grade of 2.0, which sometimes happen to some other faculty members because some are being forced to give a grade of 2.0, right? Para kayo makapasa ng itong AI, itong graduate student, tama ko na yung 2.0. Tira ang problema. Okay? This means that with the higher standards in grading, you are required to push for excellence in your fields and produce more than what's required by your degree. I can remember when I was taking my master's and doctorate, I was taking some of my subjects with the undergraduate. We shared the same courses with the undergraduate. So the pressure really was on us, graduate students, because masupo na graduate student will get a grade of 3.0, while the undergraduate will get 1.0. So we have to study very hard, strive very hard, so that we will be able to get a grade better than what the undergraduate students are getting. So this means that when you sign up for graduate education, you sign up with all the tasks and responsibilities that came with being a graduate school student. Ako po itong every now and then mapaaral, mapa-excuse sa professor. Kasi po, iba may kaming meeting, naman sa DepEd, naman sa high school meeting, o kung ay sinunod ni principal, or I have to attend something, etc., etc. When you decided to enter in the Bicol University Graduate School, you should have prepared yourself of all these rigors, being a graduate student. This means giving your graduate studies an equal priority with all aspects of your life. This calls for a scholarly life. And I've been teaching and in quantitative research methods for over a decade now. And one of the topics which I like most is the topic on the threats to internal validity. Who are my students here? Okay, I think in one of my topics there, I would always discuss one threat to internal validity, which is, ano yun? The threat of maturation. Well, my example is that During the early part of the semester, it's the students waiting for the professor. But as we proceed later on to the school term, it's now the professor waiting for the students. Maybe the students are now getting tired, getting bored with the professor, or maybe they know already what the professor will teach them, or what the professor will let them to report in his class. So that's part of maturation. Second, graduate education calls for a gain and expansion of expertise in a certain disciplinary field and push the limits of your disciplinary fields through quality, innovative, integrated, and interdisciplinary or collaborative research. Dahil po pwede itong research na research. I think my colleague in Bicol University will remember me long after I'm gone in Bicol University because I introduced these terms na survey, research, for publication, which have all this connotation of poor quality. Bakong magayon na ang output. So I don't want to finish a research na pang thesis. It's something that you should be proud of when you leave the portals of Bicol University. So my dear graduates, this means engaging in researches that are beneficial, sound, innovative, and relevant to the ever-changing needs of your country and community in terms of social transformation and development. And I will always tell this to my students, that if you survey the dissertation manual in the graduate school library, you will be able to make a conclusion that almost all of these dissertation manuals or manuscripts are recycled. They've just recycled just so they will be able something to work on for their thesis or dissertation. So, my dear graduates, this means for a reframing of one's mind and vision. This calls for a widening even further the windows of knowledge by collaboration and making impactful connections. This further entails expanding your network and connections while building professional learning communities. Third, graduate education with professionals and career men and women as enrollees calls for the highest ethical and professional intellectual integrity. This means striving to be honest in all aspects, such as in your researches, coursework, or in giving credit where credit is due. And I can recall many years ago, there was a student, I think, who was not able to graduate from the graduate school because of intellectual dishonesty. We also have a case, I think 2 or 3 years ago, involving the graduate students. All this involves the issue of intellectual dishonesty. This entails an honest appraisal, my dear graduates, of your strengths and weaknesses, while being generous in praise for your colleagues who are able to achieve much and perform better. It also means the ability to openly admit your limitations and be resourceful enough to look for assistance and help when necessary. I can recall during my graduate student days, we would organize a team, a core group, such a way that we would be meeting once in a while to discuss among us the lessons that we don't understand from our professor. Because at the time we have professors that he becomes happy when his students don't understand him. Because that makes him great. And we fear him. And this is what I always tell my students. Many students detest statistics because there are some professors who teach the subject with the intent of not letting them understand the topics. I hope I'm not one of them. So if I ask you to look back and assess your graduate school experiences using these three parameters of graduate education, my ask now is, are you satisfied? Are you satisfied with your learnings from Bicol University Graduate School, from what your professors taught you in your coursework? Are you satisfied with your research? Rhoda, are you satisfied that you are the most outstanding student of the graduate school? I hope so. Your intelligence, coupled with diligence, may have brought you to this moment. But it is not enough. Your leadership qualities may have helped you to mold the path to academic excellence. Yet, leadership alone does not make a person. Your academic excellence is nothing if your attitude does not match your intelligence. So always remember the core values of Bicol University, which is scholarship, leadership, character, and credit. Service and service. And service. Just want to make some of what I on board. And service. Okay? I have known of people who worship their titles and credentials more than the knowledge that they have gained, and even more than their own faith. So at the end of the family name, there's always that speak, that PhD. Alam ko lang maraming salamat sa mga titles is sa pangalan. After all, the world is peopled with so many intelligent beings who end up without compassion for humanity. Intelligence without proper values to form right attitudes is a dangerous weapon that can destroy lives, threaten civilization, and bring to nothing all human efforts towards development. Neither can intelligence prosper without imagination. All innovations are born from imagination. This reminds me of what the guest speaker told the graduating students of PUCM, that they should, even after getting their medical program degree, they should continue dreaming and imagining, because this dream and imagination fuels research. The same goes also to our graduate students. Even after getting your degrees, you should stop from dreaming and imagining. You should stop from, this is what I recall from my professor and advisor after I earned my degree. Sabi niya, Noni, after you finish your doctorate, forget your thesis or dissertation. You have to move on and explore other researchable areas in the field. That is what I also would like to urge our dear graduates. Forget your dissertation, forget your thesis, move on, explore the world, because there are so many problems out there waiting for solutions to come. I remember the quote I read also online. It says, imagine a world where people line up to help their fellow men, like they line up to buy the newest iPhone. Sana sini kita kaya. We line up to help our fellow men, not only to buy cell phone or new iPhone. Dear honorees, this is where the challenge lies to you. The greatest challenge is basically in making sure that your intelligence, the academic excellence that you have consistently shown, will be channeled into real service for humanity's benefit in your respective professions and workstations, for making your peace for this world a bit better. This can only be achieved when you live a life of constant scholarly pursuit, a life of endless learning. I challenge you to make every moment count, to be always responsible for your actions or lack of it. I challenge you to stop complaining and making excuses for whatever you believe is unfair with your work or with your own work as professionals, but instead keep pushing the boundaries of your discipline so that new knowledge is unlocked, further development becomes possible, and your world and work becomes a better place for sustained growth. I challenge you to serve without counting the cost as you live out the highest ethical and professional standards and consistently practice personal and intellectual integrity. Finally, I challenge you to become living monuments of Bicol University and the ripples of change amidst the echoing madness and chaos of the present world, grounded on the four pillars of scholarship, leadership, character, and service. Congratulations, and may God guide you to wholeheartedly rise up to these challenges.
Jos Mamalos, Dr. Arnulfo M. Mascareñas, our dear Bicol University President. A round of applause, please. Now we shall proceed to the awarding of certificates of recognition to outstanding graduates and research awardees. To award the certificates of recognition to the outstanding graduates and research awardees, may we have Dr. Arnulfo M. Mascareñas on stage, to be assisted by Dr. Herbert B. Lozana and our guest speaker, Police Brigadier General Dr. Pascual G. Munoz, Jr. (2022) Bicol University Graduate School Outstanding Graduates. Most Outstanding Graduate, Mr. Blake Edmund L. de Guzman, Master of Economics. May we request the Program Advisor of the Master of Economics to join our outstanding graduate on stage. On stage is Dr. Keita L. Bonga. (2022) Bicol University Graduate School Outstanding Graduate, Doctoral Program, Mr. Roldan C. Cabides, Doctor of Philosophy, Educational Foundation. May we request Dr. Lorna M. Minya to join them on stage. Outstanding graduates, Jerome A. Amaranto, MS in Sustainable Food System. May we request the advisor, program advisor, Dr. Payonga, be on stage. Ms. Lorraine Jem P. Bulanadi, Master of Public Administration. Ms. Jean Teresa B. Capilla, Master in Entrepreneurship. May we request Dr. Julieta V. Mojados to join her on stage. Mr. Mark Glenn L. Tejada, Master of Arts in Physical Education with Program Advisor Professor Karina Salas. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2022 Bicol University Graduate School Outstanding Graduates. Due to health protocols, may we remind our fellow BUNers that we will utilize fist bump as our sign of congratulatory. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2022 Bicol University Graduate School Research Awardees. 17th Student Research and Development Forum Graduate Level. Rene Bailon Hermo, Doctor of Philosophy in Development Management, Best Paper, Doctoral Research Category. Climate Proofing, Agriculture through Gubat St. Anthony Cooperative, GSAT, Farmer Members Adaptive Practices. Advisor, Dr. Viola L. Amano. Rezi V. Bolaos, Master of Science in Fisheries Technology. Best Paper, Master of Research Category. Blue Swimming Crab Fisheries in Acid Gulf. Advisor, Dr. Bartolomeo M. Nieves. Lorraine Jampi Bolanate, Master in Public Administration. First runner-up, Master of Research Category. The extent of implementation of infection prevention and control of the Bicol VOH retained hospitals in the context of COVID-19 pandemic. Advisor, Dr. Rosemary T. Frias. Jason Del Mundo Balimbi, Master of Arts in Social Studies Education. Best Paper, Master of Development Category. Lesson Exemplars Introduction to the Philosophy of the Human Person. Advisor, Dr. Marsha Corazon P. Rico. Ernesto Benjan Bernido, Master of Science in Architecture. First runner-up, Master of Development Category. Project Quality Management Framework for Climate Change Resilient, Low-Cost Housing of BISCAS. Advisor, Architect Alwin S. Halley. May we request again our outstanding graduates to be on stage. Let me read the citation. Certificate of Commendation is awarded to Roldan Caparino Cabides, Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Foundations, as most outstanding graduate doctoral level for having completed the academic requirements within 4 semesters and 2 mid-year, and for having obtained a grade point average of 1.17 in both academic and oral examination. Signed, Dr. Herbert B. Rosana, Dean, Bicol University Graduate School, and Dr. Arnulfo M. Mascarillas, SUC, President for Bicol University. Same certificate of commendations given to Blake Edmund L. De Guzman, most outstanding graduate, master's level. Certificate of commendation is also given to Jerome Earl A. Amaranto, Master of Science in Sustainable Food Systems, outstanding graduate, master's level. The same certificate of commendation is awarded to Mark Glenn L. Tejada, Master of Arts in Physical Education, Outstanding Graduate, Master's Level. We also have Jean Teresa B. Capilla, Master in Entrepreneurship, Outstanding Graduate, Master's Level. Certificate of recognition is also awarded to Mark Glenn L. Tejada for winning second place under the graduate level during the 16th Bicol University Virtual Student R&D Forum titled Dance and Musical Rendering of Madarao Festival held on December 15 to 16, 2021 via Zoom teleconference. Certificate of recognition is also awarded to Rodan C. Cabines for winning first place under the graduate level during the 16th Bicol University Virtual Student R&D Forum. Congratulations again to our outstanding graduates and research awardees. Thank you so much, sirs. To render his response, please clap your hands for Mr. Blake Edmund De Guzman, Master in Economics, Most Outstanding Master's Graduate.
Dr. Mascareñas, Dr. Sandra, Dr. Munoz, members of the faculty, deans and directors, and the members of the graduating class of Bicol University Graduate School, wonderful morning to all of us. As we face these ever-challenging times of our lives, we must dare and brave all adversities accompanying it. It is true that we should develop a sense of strength and belief to withstand these challenges. When we face something new, there will always be the presence of others. Fear of doing bad and fear of failing. And what we need to do is to face these challenges even though we are scared. So despite all these fears, all the uncertainties that we will face, we must remain steadfast. Even with trembling knees and shaky hands, we shall always accomplish our goals. As Carrie Fisher once said, stay afraid, but do it anyways. So with this, I am confident enough to say that the graduating class of 2024 Bicol University Graduate School will not disappoint. May we be successful in the paths that we choose, and may we always uphold the true meaning of being a B1. May we continue to have hunger for knowledge, to always have room for new learnings, and to use this for the betterment of our society. Above all, no matter what we do, no matter what we achieve, may we always remain humble and always offer kindness.
Thank you very much. Our most outstanding master's graduate, Mr. Blake Edmund De Guzman. A round of applause, please. To also render his response, let us applaud the most outstanding doctoral graduate, Doctor of Philosophy and Educational Foundations, Mr. Roda C. Cavines.
To our beloved and supportive University President, Dr. Arnulfo M. Mascareñas, to the four Vice Presidents, the Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Amelia A. Rosa, the Vice President for Administration and Finance, Attorney Joseph L. Bardolata, PhD, the Vice President for Planning and Development, Professor Jerry S. Bigornia, the Vice President for Research, Development, and Extension, Dr. Luis O. Amano, to the Dean of the Graduate School, Dr. Herbert B. Rosana, to our guest speaker, to the distinguished guests, deans and directors, program advisors, and faculty members, awardees, soon-to-be conferred graduates, to the proud parents and family members, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, everyone. My journey in the BU Graduate School has been immensely meaningful because of the guidance and wisdom of my great professors and support system with my classmates and friends. I have realized that embarking in graduate education is really tough and challenging journey, as it is coupled with success and failing. Every time I would feel like giving up, I always go back to the echo of why I have enrolled in a graduate study. That is to upgrade myself professionally and personally and become that someone to transform communities into a better landscape for the love of education. I could not have heard of all these without my professors, colleagues, friends, and family. We, the awardees and soon-to-be conferred graduates of Bicol University, should be reminded that while we are enjoying the harvest of what we have planted, let us be reminded that our degrees should not only be written on papers for reference purposes and for promotion, but it should channel the duties and responsibilities that we need to perform. Let us remember that we are the living monuments of Bicol University, the leaders and change agents for social transformation and development, who likewise should uphold the four pillars of scholarship, leadership, service, and character as the core values that we should have enhanced during our stay in Bicol University. It is indeed imperative that as graduates of our respective field of specializations, we should not stop doing researches. Rather, we should continue what we have started to better serve the communities and contribute to the development of the ever-changing needs of the world. It is likewise expected of us to exhibit the highest form of ethical standard and practice intellectual integrity, values that all students, especially in the graduate school, must highly observe and practice. We should always be pushing towards excellence, despite countless realities that we may face. Mr. President, on behalf of my fellow graduate students, we accept your challenge to all of us to possess a good character by being better versions of ourselves, to make every moment count as we continue to keep pushing the boundaries of knowledge, serving without counting the costs, exemplifying BU core values, and becoming the living monuments of Bicol University. As I accept the challenge set before us and reflect on the inspirational message by our guest speaker, I could not help but acknowledge with deep gratitude those instrumental in whatever modest achievement I may have today. Thankfulness and a heart filled with gratitude is a key element of character. The presence and expertise of significant personalities help me to learn, unlearn, relearn, and explore more opportunities of discovery. Truly, it takes a village to raise a child. I would like to personally thank my ever supportive dissertation advisor, Dr. Redlyn E. Bautista, for her patience, wisdom, stimulating discussions, which has greatly contributed in producing quality research, even as she moved from one task to the next. I have chosen a selfless advisor who was able to see the best in me since college, and all through my academic and professional journey. I am the luckiest that she accepted me as her advisee. To my professors and panelists, Dr. Lorna Minya, Dr. Romesis Eulurino, Dr. Norilyn De Chavez, Dr. Oscar Landagan, and Dr. Nido Mayor, thank you for the enlightenment that I have continuously remembered and adopted as I continue my beginner's journey in the world of research. Your wisdom and help made a significant contribution in improving my research to a higher level of relevance and authenticity. I would not have made it to this moment were it not for the thoughtfulness and extreme care with which you evaluated my work. I could not have asked for better evaluators. You all have my unending gratitude. To my parents, Mama, Papa, Kuya Nonoy, Ate Matet, Ate Inchek, thank you for constantly supporting my needs morally and financially. I have been on a roller coaster ride, but you fueled me the driving forces that have accelerated me towards the end point. To the BUOU family and friends, thank you for pushing me to my limits to be the best version of myself, and for opening a perspective of optimism that no one can ever want but me. Above all, I thank our Almighty God for showering me abundantly with provisions and divine protection, for the blessings shown in many forms, and for the good health. Let me end my response by leaving you this inspiring quotation by John Luther. Good character is more to be praised than outstanding talent. Most talents are to some extent a gift. Good character, by contrast, is not given to us. We have to build it piece by piece by thought, choice, courage, and determination. Congratulations to all of us, and that in all things, God may be glorified.
Fellow BUenos, Mr. Roldan C. Cabides, most outstanding doctoral graduate. At this juncture, we're now going to award the certificates of completion to the candidates for graduation. We shall start with Jenny Datu Atule, experiences, practices, and challenges of school heads in the implementation of basic education learning continuity plan, advisor Dr. Eduardo Artales. May we request the president of Bicol University, Dr. Arnulfo M. Mascarenhas, and our guest speaker, Dr. Pascual G. Munoz Jr., and of course our Dean of the Graduate School, Dr. Herbert B. Rosana, to be on stage. Jenny Datu Atule. Joan Mariscotes Malalua, Schools Profile and Instructional Leadership of School Heads in Paracale District. Advisor, Dr. Annie M. Dado. Manilu Borja Barbonio, exploring the level of practice, challenges, and improvement initiatives on school-based management of public elementary schools. Advisor, Dr. Eduardo B. Artales. Marilyn Marlene Antonio Burse, Parental Engagement Under the Challenges of the New Normal, Advisor Dr. Annie M. Dado. Geraldine Fulay de Jesus, Flexible Learning Framework for Higher Education Institutions in Sorsogon City amidst COVID-19 Pandemic, Advisor Dr. Kenny P. Liba. Second semester 2021-2022, Melody Donald Bueno, Lesson Exemplars in English 5 for Technology Aided Instructional Delivery, Advisor Dr. Efren M. Gaviria. Doctor of Philosophy in Major Educational Foundations, Miriam Pado Maldo, Responsive Master of Arts in Reading Education Program in the Graduate School, Advisor Dr. Rebecca Rosario O. Belcasio. Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Foundations, Rodan Capireño Camiles, Lived Experiences in Philosophies, Basis for Life Skills Guide for Beginning Teacher, Advisor Dr. Brennan E. Bautista. Alexander Dondonan Aruca, Anxiety and Coping Strategies of Nurses Working in COVID-19 Isolation Facilities in Albay, Advisor Dr. Maria Delia C. Reyes. Doctor of Philosophy in Mathematics Education, Christian Renata Tripuya, Instructional Materials for Grade 9 Mathematics using High-Peace Learning Model and Blended Learning, Advisor Dr. Leonida B. Barbacena. Doctor of Philosophy in Development Management, Rene Bailon Hemo, Climate Proofing Agriculture through Gubat St. Anthony Cooperative Farmer Members Adapted Practices, Advisor Dr. Viola L. Amano. Doctor of Philosophy in Filipino, Erwin Apolinario Delfin, Kalaman sa Linguistikang Pragmatiko at Sintaktiko ng Pagpiling Pag-aaral ng Filipino sa Northwest Samar State University, Advisor Dr. Leticia M. Lopez. Christine Lumeda Orbita, Epekto ng social media sa mga milenial sa Sigurong Filipino sa Alta Sekundarya sa Lalawigan ng Albay, Advisor Dr. Evelyn C. Olivino. Art Teriwet Ronces Valles, Panaluang Oray na katayuan at kalagayan ng kababaihan, isang pagsipa, Advisor Dr. Leticia M. Lopez. Doctor of Philosophy in Public Administration, Rexy Corjal Alvarez, Legislation Period Implementation of Kalusugan, Pangalanan, PP, Universal Healthcare, UHC Act in the Province of Sorsogon, Advisor Dr. Noemi L. Ibo. Arthur Citro Tavirala, Organizational Capability of Catanduanes State University, Catanduanes, Philippines, Advisor, Attorney Alex P. Ripoliceno. Rosemary Ferreira Gualberto, implementation of collaborative projects for the improvement of the alcohol industry in Albay and Catanduanes, Advisor Dr. Rosemary T. Frias.
Ay, kita naman yan.
Master of Arts in Biology Education, Marifi David Benito, e-learning modules in General Biology 2, Advisor Dr. John Mark M. Mayor. Eliseo Garcia Ponte Jr., used differential activities in biology for a special program in the arts, Advisor Dr. John M. Mayor. Diane Rasco Solvar, mobile application in teaching grade 8 biology, Advisor Professor Janet N. Alviola. Advisor, Dr. John Mark M. Mayor. Willa Joshua Maduro Nanio, Supplementary Learning Activities in Grade 7 Biology, Effects on Critical Thinking, Science Process, and Collaborative Skills. Advisor, Dr. Sheila I. Arroco. Master Course in Chemistry Education, Maria Rudelin Birango Agapito, Bridging Program in Chemistry for Senior High School Students. Advisor, Professor Maria Corazon B. Barameta. Karen Mapa Kisan, Contextualized Interactive E-Modules for Senior High School Chemistry. Advisor, Professor Magnolia Vida A. Canyo. Master Course in Educational Leadership and Management. Alvin Saturiste Castañeda, Work Immersion Program in Public Secondary Schools in Buwi, Camarines Sur, a case study. Advisor, Dr. Maria Jocelyn J. Pahay. Andrea Inopia Maglente, Teachers, Performances, and Experiences in the Blended Learning Delivery toward Enhancement of the Support System. Advisor, Dr. Maria Teresa M. Avanza. Master Course in English Education, Mabel Ebio Duca, Correlation of Readability of Reading Materials in the Student's Level of Reading Comprehension. Advisor, Dr. Angela Lorenzana. Nelly Regentillo Zerio, Proposed Reading Program for Senior High School Students of Naga National High School in Piwi, Albay. Advisor, Dr. Maria Teresa M. Apainsa. Joe Michael Marvil-Yamelo, the roles of student attitude in the development of YouTube-based lessons in oral communication. Advisor, Dr. Aris S. Perez. Romilly Naparan Mago, localized storybooks addressing the least learned competencies in grammar awareness and structure. Advisor, Dr. Noreen B. De Chavez. Maria Cris Bertillo Rebancos, Teacher's Guide and Students Module for Grade 11 Technical Vocational Students. Advisor, Dr. Aris S. Perez. Abigail Jo Morade Abaisa, Pico University is a strategic framework for international speaking engagements. Advisor, Dr. Maria Teresa M. Abaisa. G. Anne Marie Gigante Choco, Enhanced Learners Materials in Grade 2 Mother Tongue. Advisor, Dr. Brendan E. Bautista. Claudine Triñañez Legeja, Concept Building Strategies for Teaching Qualitative Research in Senior High School. Advisor, Professor Maria Cecilia P. Aguilar. Master Course in Industrial Education, major in Teaching Technology and Livelihood Education. Giselle Rivera Hidea, Graphical and Interactive Application for Teaching Grade 8 Technology Specialization. Advisor, Professor Joel B. Havalo. Master Course in General Science, Teddy Torres Hate, Experiences of Science Teacher and Students in Module Distance Learning Modality in Irusin District. Advisor, Dr. Al B. Pesconte. Master Course in Mathematics Education, Ruby Roseborn Nazal Luxi, Interdisciplinary Contextual Supplementary Learning in Grade 7 Mathematics. Advisor, Professor Richard M. Lorente. Alberto Girona Octavo, Teaching and Learning Experiences in the Modular Distance Learning Delivery. Advisor, Professor Richard M. Lorente. Benjamin Cositaño Ambrose, Technological, Pedagogical, Context Knowledge of Grade 2 Mathematics Teachers. Advisor, Professor Richard M. Lorente. May Torres Bogota. Development of teaching learning kits in grade 2 statistics and probability for online distance learning. Advisor, Professor Richard M. Lorente. Maureen Carrillo Borromeo. The use of digital comics with animated videos as supplementary materials in learning grade 9 mathematics. Advisor, Professor Richard M. Lorente. Cristel Bumalbal Corteza. Development of authentic, interactive, and localized video lessons in grade 7 mathematics. Advisor, Professor Richard M. Lorente. Jed Esther Ninos. Supplementary materials for grade 8 mathematics anchored to growth mindset principles. Advisor, Dr. Jocelyn F. Guyena. Kristen May Campos Carina is strategic intervention materials on the prerequisites of the least master competencies in grade 8 mathematics. Advisor, Professor Davis L. Tonga. Christopher Abadilla Hiloma. Learning activity sheets using interactive formative assessment and feedback mechanism for grade 9 mathematics. Advisor, Professor Ruby Arbriones. Genevieve Taya Miliete. Video lessons on the most essential learning competencies in grade 7 mathematics. Advisor, Dr. Lorna M. Minya. Master Bars in Nursing. Christine Renee Palacio Miranda. Risk factors on cardiovascular and non-communicable diseases among health workers of city and rural health units of Albay. Advisor, Dr. Maria Bernardita Palacio. Raynard Matthew Ante Palacio. Exposure to COVID-19 and adherence to its infection prevention and control among healthcare workers in government quarantine facilities in the province of Albay. Advisor, Dr. Richard L. Bartolata. Brenda Ilos Perol. Health-seeking behaviors of primaparas in selected municipalities in the 2nd District of Sorsogon. Advisor, Dr. Mary Joy B. Sunday. Master Course in Physics Education. Mary Rose Munete Lakdan. Digital cartoon instructional materials for grade 9 physics. Advisor, Professor Gerard M. Protasio. Nikki Faith Aguro Bantillo. Brain-based learning in physics of grade 7 students. Advisor, Dr. Epifania B. Nunez. Ella Competente Fragio. Learning activities using mobile applications in grade 12 physics. Advisor, Dr. Lorna M. Minya. Maria Eloisa Cedeño Marbella. Learning materials to enhance the metacognitive awareness, conceptual understanding, and critical thinking of grade 7 students. Advisor, Dr. Epifania B. Nunez. Anthea Malyare Mallorca. Supplementary online activities for grade 7 physics. Advisor, Professor Mary Grace A. Rodriguez. Gemma Yantos Mirabelles. Home-based laboratory activities in grade 7 physics. Advisor, Professor Mary Grace A. Rodriguez. Nicole Gallego Gonzalez. Development and validation of performance task assessment for grade 10 physics. Advisor, Dr. Feli B. Buera. Edward Verano Bernardo. Contextualized learning activities, effect of conceptual understanding, higher order thinking skills, and appreciation of physics. Advisor, Dr. Feli B. Buera. Master Boss in Physical Education. Isabel Grace Lustre Losavia. school-based drum and lyre corps in Legazpi City. Advisor, Professor Lyndon L. Bailon. Ritzy Castro Oriente promotes sports development program for Sorsogon State University. Advisor, Dr. Annalisa C. Masana. Richard Calvin Hebeles Escobedo, emergency preparedness of physical education teachers in higher educational institutions in the province of Sorsogon. Advisor, Professor Marian May S. Arevalo. Wilven Madrinano Mendaza, implementation of dance sport in selected schools in Albay. Advisor, Professor Karina L. Salas. Riza Magasinan Noria, effectiveness of Easy Class as monitoring tool in teaching learning development of physical education classes in senior high school. Advisor, Professor Randy Austria. Mark Glenn Luciga Tejada, dance and musical rendering of Panarao Festival. Advisor, Professor Karina L. Salas. Maria Lorena Policardo Adige, predictors of sports development of student athletes in secondary schools in the municipality of Mandaon, province of Masbate. Advisor, Professor Arian May S. Arevalo. Jarmy Dayan Marbit Mandane, students' perception on the instructional video in cardiorespiratory fitness aerobic training. Advisor, Professor Arian May S. Arevalo. Rosalie Mirabuena Rempis, development of video lessons in teaching health optimizing physical education. 1. Advisor, Professor Randy T. Austria. Grace Canicula Velasco, experiences of Bicol University faculty teaching physical education during the COVID-19 pandemic. Advisor, Professor Rachel K. P. Piguera. Master in Social Studies Education. Jason Del Mundo Balimbing, lesson exemplars in Introduction to the Philosophy of the Human Person. Advisor, Dr. Marcia Corazon P. Rico. Joe Mark Palanato Asopaco, experiences with selected student parents in Legazpi City. Advisor, Professor Denton O. Biriba. Nikki Hantal Villa, an understanding of civic values and community involvement, the Sorsogon Experience. Advisor, Dr. Maria Corazon P. Rico. Maria Nena Tuboro Vital, development of instructional materials of Catanduanes festivals. Advisor, Dr. Marcia Corazon P. Rico. Master in Filipino, Vilma Lofamia Manjares, pakikipag-ugnayan ng magulang sa modular na pagkakatuto ng mga mag-aaral sa paaralang elementarya ng Kabiguan. Advisor, Dr. Evelyn C. Olivino. Master in Economics, Blake Edmond Bustan de Guzman, investment awareness as predictor of investment of households of urban barangays in Daraga Albay. Advisor, Dr. Clea L. Bongat. Master in Entrepreneurship, Jean Teresa Belleza Capillan, entrepreneurial growth of selected entrepreneurs in the province of Albay. Advisor, Professor Edgar S. Baromeda. Master in Management, Jane Bell Lozada Cara, relationship between leadership styles and situational control of parent leaders of Bantuit Pamilyang Pilipino Program. Advisor, Dr. Ramon T. De Leon. Master in Management, Open University, Maria Grace Moreno Bedes, the environmental sound management of polychlorosedated biophenils by electric cooperatives in Region 5. Advisor, Dr. Melinda D. De Guzman. Genevieve Effectiveness of Fundamentals of Accounting, Business, and Management module with the grade 12 EBM students of Marshall O. Arnold Memorial School. Advisor, Dr. Eddie S. C. Master of Public Administration, Open University, Rico Villa Rodriguez Jr. The implementation of occupational safety and health standards, dock workers and safety officers in the Legazpi Port. Advisor, Dr. Ramesses M. Lorino. Master of Public Administration, Jelly Rio Argunosa Nuari. The extent of implementation of the Formula 1 Plus Butika ng Bayan, F1 Plus PMP in the municipality of Conari. Advisor, Attorney Joseph L. Barbulata. Lorraine Jam Tumanon Bunalani. The extent of implementation of infection prevention and control of the Bicol DOH retraining hospitals in the context of COVID-19 pandemic. Advisor, Dr. Rosemary T. Frias. Master in Public Administration, Major in Health, Emergency and Disaster Management. Megan Rialosa Arrogante, Command and Control Mechanism in Pinubat Albay on Emergency and Disaster Preparedness. Advisor, Dr. Federico S. Palacio. King Ira Encinas Cuba, perceived factors of agencies of selected municipalities in Sorsogon province that affect the response to COVID-19. Advisor, Dr. Maria Delia Reneses. Marty Lubian Mojica, knowledge and preventive practices on dengue among the residents of Taraga Albay. Advisor, Professor Rodel A. Nino Franco. John Marco Castro Peñol, disaster preparedness in selected colleges of Bicol University main campus, knowledge, attitude, and practices. Advisor, Dr. Noemi L. Ivo. Maryland Palonga Gala, knowledge, risk perception, and preventive behavior on COVID-19 pandemic among healthcare workers of Bicol Christian Training and Teaching Hospital. Advisor, Dr. Jennifer T. Barameda. Master of Science in Architecture, Ernesto Benjan Bermido. Project Quality Management Framework for Climate Change Resilient Low-Cost Housing of BISCAS. Advisor, Architect Alvin S. Cali. Ana Makasita Luria, Our Lady of the Deep Church Restoration. Advisor, Architect Leo A. Del Rosario. Maureen Musa Sia, Gender Responsiveness of Selected Existing Facilities of Bicol University Institute of Design and Architecture Buildings. Advisor, Architect Alvin S. Kadig. Master Information System, Diana Rose Balitar Arquero, Parent Portal App for Southern Luzon Technological College Foundation Incorporated. Advisor, Professor Leia D. Ostero. Master of Science in Fisheries Technology, Darwin Camacho Bia. Effective food, temperature, and current in the molting schedule of giant mud crab, Celia Serrata. Advisor, Professor Antonio B. Mendoza Jr. Mark Ariel Biancin Malto, suspended microplastic in Sorsogon Bay, attributing green muscle, Pema Benitez. Advisor, Professor Antonio B. Mendoza Jr. Master of Science in Fisheries, Major in Coastal Resource Management, Reggie Francisco Mampuste, Diversity and Abundance of Macro-Invertebrates in the Coastal Habitats in Marinduque Island, Philippines. Advisor, Professor Antonio B. Mendoza Jr. Resi Bon Unaos, Blue Swimming Crab Fisheries in Acid Gulf. Advisor, Dr. Plutoneo M. Nieves. Master of Science in Sustainable Food Systems, Jerome Earl Arrogante Amaranto, modeling the influence of Protozoa grazing in the mineralization of nitrogen in rice paddies. Advisor, Dr. Marisa N. Estrella. Diploma in Preschool Education, Jennifer Jean Neo Ardales. La Army Juventino Baluso. Emmy Rose Aicardo Quimena. Diane Riodique Perdigon. Margie Mantes Magnata. J.N. Leones Mulari. Congratulations to our dear candidates of graduation. Thank you very much to our Dean, Dr. Herbert Pirusana, to our guest, Dr. Pascual G. Munoz, and of course to our BE President, Dr. Arnulfo M. Mascareñas. This recognition program will not be a success without the men and women behind the hustle and bustle of this vital endeavor. A notable man of wisdom, not just a secretary of the Bicol University Graduate School, to give us his closing remarks, please welcome on stage Dr. Samuel C. Bobiles.
It's good afternoon already. Good afternoon, everyone. I know the graduates are trying to imagine already the celebratory food after this event. Baka naman pwede kaming ma-invite, di ba? But anyway, the first word that comes to my mind while I'm standing here is, ay salamat. One event down in this very busy week. I know the faculty and administrators who are here have been trying to make their bodies into half or three to attend many different events happening in the university as of now. But to close this event, I would like first to thank people behind the successful staging of our face-to-face yet limited baccalaureate mass and recognition program. First of all, I would like to thank our guest speaker who flew from Manila to be with us this morning to deliver the inspirational message. Our university president, nasa na si sir? Mukhang nauna nang makipag-lunch. Thank you very much for making it to our recognition. I know, sabi ko kanina, maraming nangyayaring sabay-sabay na event this morning, but graduate school have been on top of his list to be attended. So, to the graduates, I know you are lucky enough to witness the challenge by our university president. To the people in the guest table, we have Ma'am Jen, Sir Benji, Sir Alex, and of course, the overall chair of this event, our very supportive dean of the BU Graduate School, Sir Herbert P. Rosana. Maraming salamat, sir. Alam ko, lahat tayo na-stress sa very short preparation, but we did great. And I know for a fact that these school plays have given us the best option to hold the recognition, the baccalaureate. Well, in fact, other colleges are trying to book other hotels and venues. Mabuti at napagbigyan tayo ng the Pepperland Hotel for a very short notice. And of course, the baccalaureate people, okay, headed by Ma'am Reyna. Nandito pa ba si Ma'am Reyna? Okay, Ma'am Reyna, thank you very much. And si Ma'am Norma Magdalo, si Ma'am AJ de Pomoceno, wala ata dito si Ma'am AJ, plus please send our thanks, sir, to Ma'am Agnes, Sir Nick Balbin, and of course the books team staff, and for the program and invitation, Sir Alex, Ma'am Karina, salamat po. Magdidikta pa po, hindi pa po tapos ang role nyo. And to Sir JC, salamat Sir JC, our very able master of ceremonies. Our books registrar, Ma'am Tita B, thank you very much. And I would like to also thank our OJT students from the Comsci department who have helped me a lot for the technical side of this event. Of course, our administrative officer, Ma'am Mitch, and the staff of the admin office. Salamat po. Si Ma'am Jen Marinay of the back office, si Ma'am Alisa of the supply office, for also the transportation committee, si graduate school staff, and of course the documentation. We are live right now in the Facebook page of People University. Maraming salamat, Ma'am Ren. The graduation marshals, Ma'am Eda and Sir Nick, maraming salamat. Bago po makalimutan, sabi ni Sir Nick, i-announce ko na daw sa inyo na may practice kayo mamaya. Okay, at 2 p.m. Okay? Ang hindi daw magpa-practice, walang upuan bukas. Tatayo lang. Okay, and of course, for tomorrow, our readers is Prof. Jacari De Chavez and Ma'am Delia Ranieses. I would like also to thank you for the presence of our program advisors and of course the faculty members of the graduate school, our deans who are here, Ma'am Lorna, Ma'am Henny, si Ma'am Karina, si Ma'am Noims, si Ma'am Lenny, salamat sa pagpahiram kay Sir JC, sino ba? Si Sir Ram, Sir Aroko, kumakain na ba? Ay, nandito ba? And sabi nga ni Sir Herbert, kung may nakalimutan ako, heaven will reward you greatly. And of course, our graduates, congratulations and thank you for gracing our event. This is all for you. We will not plan and execute this event not for you, but to honor you as well as your family and friends. Thank you and congratulations, and the Pepperland Hotel, salamat also sa masarap na pagkain. Thank you, and good afternoon.
So again, dear graduates, Diyos mabalos and congratulations. A round of applause for everyone. Thank you very much and good afternoon. May we request everyone to stand, let us sing the Pico University hymn.
This is the school.